Personality-focused videos. I don't want to sound biased here, but if you really want your marketing videos to deliver a punch and increase your chances of converting your viewers, you definitely need to check this out. I recommend personality-focused videos because they go a long way in really delivering the strategic advantages you get with video. Video is powerful because it creates presence. When that presence is paired up with a direct human-to-human connection, amplified by the richness and intimacy of the human voice, you have yourself a potent cocktail of persuasion tools. There are no two ways about it, but there are serious disadvantages with a personality-focused approach to video marketing. Still, with everything else being equal, this is the best type of video for marketing purposes. Advantages. If you're looking for a brand-centric approach to video marketing, this is it. Since your face is your brand and your personality is your brand, this approach goes a long way in creating a direct personal connection with your audience. As much as technically possible, you create that human-to-human interaction. The viewer can be put in a position where he or she can say, "I get you. I understand where you're coming from. I feel you." If you're able to do that, it's so much easier to build trust. It's so much easier to get people to go to where you need them to go. Also, if you're going to be putting your face on video, you get a competitive advantage since many of your competitors focus on slideshow, automated text-to-video tools, and other volume-based approaches to video marketing. Very few of them would actually put their face on video for whatever reason. Disadvantages. The moment you put your face on video, things can get too personal. Whatever you say, whatever you do, and whatever stuff you write will eventually come back to your face. In other words, people can put a face to text or can put a face to ideas. It's easy to see the advantages to this. You create a brand in a very direct and personal way. You connect with people in a very human, intimate, and sincere way. So far, so good. However, the problem is, what if you say something out of turn later? What if you tweeted something while you're in a bad mood? What if you were suffering from a bad day and you said something that you should not have said? What happens to your brand then? A lot is riding on your brand, and it's very easy for people's brands to go up in smoke just because they did the wrong thing at the wrong time, and that got the attention of the wrong people. Also, if your brand becomes too personal, what happens when it's time for you to cash out? I know people who have built businesses that make $5,000 a month, and they turned around and sold that business for 6 figures. This is going to be a problem if your brand is your face. For example, your website is Joe Blow, and you have Joe Blow videos on YouTube. Everybody loves Joe Blow. What happens if Joe Blow goes away or takes a permanent vacation from the business? It may be very hard for you to unload your business at that point. Also, highly personalized videos are more expensive to make. This goes without saying. It takes a lot more time. You probably are going to be nervous at first. You're going to go through take after take after take. Furthermore, you're going to have to invest in video editing. You can do this by yourself, but people try to put in a lot of time. You can also hire somebody off places like Fiverr, but depending on the length of the video, it can cost you quite a bit of money. Regardless, you need a solid script and great narration skills so you can basically read the script in a very human and casual way. It shouldn't be obvious that you're reading a script. Your eyes shouldn't be just focused on the screen, and it's obvious that your eyeballs are slowly moving as you scroll through the script, and then you go back to the first line like a typewriter, and then you go down and hold back to the first line. That's awkward. Ideally, your script should just be a couple of lines and you speak improvisationally. You basically just have a screen in front of you with the major ideas that you'll be talking about. Since you know these ideas like the back of your hand, you only need to be reminded of them for you to just speak naturally. That takes quite a bit of practice, and it takes quite a bit of skill to do that. Enhancements. To really take this video marketing type to a whole other level, you need to make sure that you produce only enhanced videos. First, invest in branding elements like a small audio snippet or animation that ends with your brand or logo. This makes your video look more like the kind of stuff you would see on TV in news segments or special interest segments. You can get a high-quality logo as well as great opening music or even opening introductory animation from places like Fiverr or Freelancer.com. It's also important when you are doing personality-focused videos to call the viewer to engage. You basically tell the viewer, "I need your comments. What do you think about this question? When did this happen to you? Please share in the comments, like this video, and share it on Facebook." That's how you deliver on your personality. You can't just say, "See you next time." You're wasting your golden opportunity when you do that. Figuring out the different types of video marketing. It's very important to make sure that you have clearly reverse engineered your competitors. If it turns out that they are cranking out a specific type of video, you need to follow suit. Like I said, you don't have to copy and paste exactly what they're doing. If you did that, people really don't have much of an incentive or a reason to watch your videos because you're cranking out videos that are the copies of your competitors. Why watch your stuff when they can watch your competitors that are probably better known? They probably have better brands. Do you see how this works? You have to come up with something better. Still, you need to focus on what they are doing so you can offer something that your audience is already familiar with. You're not creating something completely new. You're not creating some sort of new market. You're not doing any of that because oftentimes when you try to do that, you fall flat on your face. With that said, you have to pick apart the type of videos your competitors are producing in your niche. Understand that marketing video types have their own set of advantages and disadvantages. To recap, you're going to be focusing on a specific type of video to find the answer to this by reverse engineering your competitors. What are the available types? Article to video, video scribe and other whiteboard video creation tools, slideshow creation tools, slideshows with voiceover, personality-focused videos. The list above includes most common types of marketing videos found on YouTube and other platforms. Your plan of attack should be pretty straightforward. You're going to zero in on the type of videos most of your competitors are offering. You're not going to do something completely different. You're not going to approach this completely from left field because while that approach sometimes works, most of the time it doesn't work. Most of the time, you just end up wasting money. So, you're going to build on what they're doing, but you're going to also make sure that the type of marketing videos your competitors are producing best fits your conversion strategy. Are you converting through a direct link? Are you converting through your blog? These are different ways of conversion. These are different conversion platforms. You have to make sure that your platform fits the type of videos you will be using to promote. Also, you have to make sure that the video type that you choose enables you to build a brand efficiently. I cannot insist on this enough. I'm telling you, if you're not building a brand, you have a commodity. That is a paraphrase from Robert Kiyosaki, the author of Rich Dad, Poor Dad. He's absolutely on spot because if you don't sell a brand that people can identify with and read in all sorts of values, you're not really offering anything different from your competitors. You're back to the problem I described above where your viewers would say, "Well, why should I go to your website when I can get the same stuff from other websites that I already go to?" You really don't have an answer to that. And that's why when your content is a commodity, people don't have a real reason to click on your links, buy stuff from you, or otherwise do things that put extra dollars in your pocket. Article to video marketing. Is it right for you? One of the most common ways people produce marketing videos involves turning text articles into videos. This is a software-driven solution. Basically, they would take an article that they wrote, maybe it's a blog post, perhaps it's a resource article, it really doesn't matter. They would feed it into the software, and the software would basically create a slideshow based on the keywords of the text. Of course, there is an editorial manual override. You look at the pictures that got associated, and you can switch things around. Still, it is a video slideshow. So, you get a text scrolling at the bottom and then some images, and basically, the software just pairs graphics with your text. Pretty straightforward. Advantages. The most obvious advantage to this way of creating marketing videos is that it's very quick. You only need to have an existing article. You can outsource it. You can have it spun by using software. Whatever the case may be, you just have text, and you just plug it into the software. Also, you can automate this pretty easily using an add-on software animation tool that schedules desktop software. Whatever the case may be, you can crank out an insane amount of marketing videos using this technique. Disadvantages. I wish I could tell you that the solution is brand new. Unfortunately, it's been around for a few years and a lot of people use it. In fact, use would be too charitable a word. The more appropriate word would be abuse because people crank out an ungodly amount of videos and then they just mass upload all that stuff to YouTube. As you can well imagine, a lot of that stuff is very forgettable because when you're operating on a grand scale, you probably are not going to meticulously check each video to make sure that it has the right impact. You probably are not going to be very careful regarding the matching of the right text with the right pictures. You probably couldn't care less about that stuff. Instead, you just want to create as many videos as possible, spam as many different keywords on YouTube as possible, and call it a day. This stuff is very easy to forget and lacks a personal touch. As I have mentioned previously, one of the main reasons why video marketing is so powerful is because of the opportunity for a personal connection that it makes possible. Well, you're not doing any of that. You're basically just sharing slideshows, which is paired with some sort of subtitle. Suggestion: how do you improve this type of video marketing? How do you build on this? Well, first of all, you need to focus on quality over quantity. I know it's very tempting to just scrape or put together or gather or outsource a tremendous amount of content. Believe me, I can see the temptation. However, you need to overcome that and focus instead on the very best script you can find. This script must be video-centered. A lot of people automatically think that if they see a very informative article online, then this automatically means that when those words are scrolling, people will respond favorably. Now, a script actually involves fewer words. They're spaced apart. They're in plain English. There are just so many variables involved. It's not even the same ballpark. So, you have to get high-quality conversational scripts that are packed with value. This takes time, and this can take some money. Regardless of what you do, step up the quality of your script. Next, you have to personalize the video. So, while the vast majority of the video involves graphics with subtitles from the article that the video is based on, you should also include portions where there's a voiceover or there's a snippet or segment or clip of actual moving video. Finally, even if you really try to pretty up this type of video content, I would suggest that you use it only as supplemental content. This should not be your meat and potatoes. By supplemental, I'm talking about it paving the way for eventual conversion. It opens people's minds, but it is not the centerpiece of your video marketing campaign. You should use it really as filler, regardless of how good it is.